Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to Breslov Web Seminar, Parshat Vayishlach. Vayishlach is when Yaakov returns home after having been away for 22 years. Now he returns home. On the way of returning home, he gets the news that Esav is coming to greet him. Isn't that nice? Esav is coming out to greet Yaakov, but he's got 400 men with him, and he's going to try and vanquish and destroy Yaakov's camp. Isn't that great news to come home to? Right? And that's what Yaakov Avinu had to do. He knew this was the battle with Esav. He knew Esav wanted to kill him because he took the blessings, because he took the birthright, whatnot. Why 400 men? There's a Hebrew expression called Ra'ayin, an evil eye. Reish Ayin is 270. Ayin Yud Nun is 130. Together, 270, 130 equals 400. Esav, his way of battle is always to look at you with the evil eye. His way of living is always to look at you with the evil eye. His approach to life is evil, and he's not going to give you the benefit of the doubt in any kind of way whatsoever. He's always going to look for the wrong, for the bad. It's today we can probably say it's the equivalent of the media, the newspapers, the radio, the television, internet, CNN, NBC, whatever you want to call them, BBC. They all have the bad news. Everyone has the bad news. This is what Yaakov has to fight. Always we have to fight a bad name, a bad news that someone's coming up and discovering something, right? That's what we have to fight. Yaakov Avinu knew, and he figured that the way to get the best of Esav is appeasement. Like maybe Chamberlain with Hitler before the Second World War, perhaps Peres and Rabin, what they did with Arafat, appeasement, whatever. And he sent the gifts to Esav. The funny thing is that Esav really remained alone. The 400 people left him. They all left. And they didn't want part of it. They realized afterwards the Ra'ayin, the evil eye, doesn't hold water. It doesn't take. It's something that you have to learn to avoid. You don't want to come to someone's attention if they're going to think evilly of you. On the other hand, you have to go live your life and do what you have to do, and not to worry about the evil eye all the time. You have to be able to just take yourself and go ahead and produce and progress and do whatever it is that you can build a healthy life. And that's eventually what happened. Yaakov Avinu went further, and he came to the city of Shechem. As we mentioned a few weeks ago, Shechem, Yaakov Avinu bought property there, and that's where the burial place of Yosef and his two sons, Menashe and Ephraim, are. And he bought the property. The city belongs to Yaakov, to the Jews. And yet, the Gemara says that Shechem is a place of evil. Shechem eventually turned out to be the place where Dinah was taken against her will to the city of Shechem, against her will. Yosef was sold from the city of Shechem. At the city of Shechem, the kingdom of King David was split into two. Kingdom of the north, the 10 tribes, and the kingdom of the south of Judah and Binyamin. Shechem is a city that's open for Peronius. Peronius is troubles, difficulties, and that's simply what we have today too. Shechem, there's always problems coming from there. That's where Abu Mazen keeps his headquarters, so you can imagine how evil the city is. It's occupied by evil. It will eventually one day be a city of good, but right now it's a city of evil. But Yaakov Avinu bought it. It belongs to us. It's not theirs. a Nablus, they call it. So Hashem should help. They should become like the word Nablus is like the word Nevel or Nevela, like a carcass, and so on. Then Binyamin is born. After the whole story, Dinah is taken against her will, and Shimon and Levi wipe out the city of Shechem. So Binyamin is born. Binyamin represents Eretz Yisrael. Binyamin is Ben Yamin, the son of the right, meaning that Eretz Yisrael, when you look north, or rather, when you look south from the north, Eretz Yisrael is on the right-hand side of the Mediterranean Sea on the border. Binyamin is called Ben Eretz Yisrael. He was the only one of the tribes born in Eretz Yisrael. The Zohar says that had Binyamin been born in Chutz La'aretz, the Jews never would have had a chance to return to the land of Israel. The fact that Binyamin, one of the tribes, was born in Eretz Yisrael, that is means that the Jews, as a unity, since they were all joined together, we've spoken about unity many times, they will all be able to come back to the land of Israel. That is the message of this week's Parsha. We will all come back to the land of Israel. We will all merit to be in the land of Israel. Right? The Parsha ends off just some 40-odd verses telling us about the generations of Esav. Right? And whatever the Parsha is ending off on, it's telling us that Esav makes a lot of himself. He's big all over the world. But the Torah considers him just one chapter, 43 verses, and that's it. That's all he's dealt with. And tell us that no matter how big and mighty all these people look, right, the end result is they're just 1, 2, 3. They're there, they grow up, and they die away. And if we stick with Hashem, then we will always be there.